Hey guys, how are ya? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 27. I am in Kansas City. It is 2:14. I have to be downstairs at the shuttle at 2:30. It has not been my favorite layover. It's been kind of frustrating. I stayed up for like maybe an hour and a half, I guess, last night once we got here, and I finally got to sleep because I just haven't slept well in this layover. And I was woken up at like 3:30, I don't know, 4 o'clock. My neighbors, who I suspect is my crew, were cackling and laughing and making so much noise. I was woken up from a sound sleep, and then I'm like in bed tossing and turning, thinking it's got to stop. They have to stop. It's 4 in the morning, and I waited and waited, and I was getting so irritated. I wasn't about to get out of bed, put clothes on, walk across, and have to knock on the door to ask someone to stop making noise at 4 o'clock in the morning, because I wouldn't have said it in a civil way in the least. So I did the old lady thing, was laying in that bed, and I just hit my fist against the back of the headboard a couple times, and it stopped. I wish I could say I went right back to sleep, but I didn't. I was just laying in bed like an old lady. Did get some sleep. I woke up this morning, watched some YouTube. About 45 minutes ago, I decided I would take a shower before I left, got ready for work. And the shower took like 20 minutes to heat up. 20, literally, no joke, no exaggeration, 20 minutes to heat up. Eventually, I had to get in the shower when it was still kind of cold, just so I could be able to get a shower, wash my hair and my face. And it was only after I was just about done taking a cold shower that the water started to heat up. So it was just frustrating. So it is 2:16. I have about 4 minutes literally before I have to run downstairs. So I'm gonna try and take a few bites of my food whatever. I'm hoping to eat at the airport. I don't even know why I'm gonna try and eat this macaroni and cheese, because I won't have time. I did have a Fluffernutter sandwich for breakfast this morning, so that might be enough. I don't know. All right, so cross your fingers I can get something to eat at the airport, because I think I'm just going to toss this macaroni and cheese. I'm going to put the rest of my stuff in my bag. I'm almost packed, and then I'm going to run out the door. So I will see you probably at the airport in Kansas City. I think the airport is in Kansas City in Kansas. But we're staying, I think our hotel is actually are the two Kansas cities close together? I don't know. Because I thought we were in Kansas City right now. We're in Missouri. But I think the airport is actually in Kansas City. I don't know. But I should know these things. I'm a bad American. I don't even know our geography. All right. I'll see you later. Hey guys, how are you? We're at the gate here in Kansas City, and I'll tell you, we are very, 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 very lucky that the hotel front desk person allowed us to change our shuttle time. The airline had scheduled it for 3 p.m. We asked if we could get an earlier shuttle for 2:30. She said they usually don't let us do that, but she had a driver available, so she would change it. So we got there at 2:30. Of course, the driver had not been alerted of the change, but he happened to be at the hotel watching a football game. So we got very lucky that he was there for us. And we got here, we left at 2:30, and we got here at like 3:02, something like that, 3:02, 3:03. One of my crew members had been random. So even if we had taken that 3 o'clock shuttle, we would have been late to gate. So, and that would have been the airline's fault, not ours, and that's fine, but it still doesn't make it any less comfortable. Like, we would have been running to the gate. Well, maybe, because I think all of us are senior enough that we would have walked to the gate. It's not our fault. But there was nothing open at the airport except for this Budweiser kind of restaurant, and I went in trying to get some takeout, but there was just no one even paying attention to me. So none of us got food. I do have a few slices of that sourdough left over with some peanut butter and some marshmallow fluff. So I just may have a marshmallow fluff sandwich to eat. Now I wish my airline management would get the chance to work a trip like this so that they would understand how important something like crew meals are, or appropriate times for shuttles. Not that I'm complaining, because I love my job, but it's like, it's frustrating. Someone recently asked in a question and answer, which is my favorite airport, which is my least favorite, and I said Kansas City was one of my favorites because, you know, it's so small. It's easy to get really in and out of the airport. But I forgot, like, our hotel is 30 minutes away from the airport. And when you get here, there's nothing. There's no amenities whatsoever. There's nothing. The Starbucks was closed. There's nothing. So maybe Kansas City would be at the end of the bottom of my list now. It was one of my tops. But convenience sometimes does not trump everything. All right, so we're going to be boarding. We are oversold. All right, as I was saying, we're oversold going to Vegas, and I want to say we're completely full, if not oversold, from Vegas to San Diego and back as well. So it's going to be a very, very busy day, and I believe we'll be boarding in just a moment. So I will see you guys in Vegas. Advil. It's that kind of flight. Oh my God. Guys. Alright, so Kansas City to Vegas. Completely full. Like, I swear we probably had people tied onto the wings. I mean, we were full. And, yeah. Now, typically Kansas City, no problems. Everyone's nice, everyone's pleasant. I'm just trying to make sure my captain's not looking for me for a briefing. Everyone's super nice, charismatic, you know, heartland of America, really great. Needy? Oh my God, we didn't finish service for like an hour and 40 minutes. We're on a 320. It's not like, I don't know, it took us forever. And then it kept going. It was like nonstop. We had a couple nervous flyers, which aren't usually problems, but the one that was up close to us, she had a couple rosés. I kind of had to cut her off a little bit because she was getting a little loose, you know. And she was, it doesn't help your fear of flying by being drunk. You're just kind of sloppy around being afraid. It's just not a good combination. Let me hop up in front for a sec. I don't want to be missing a briefing or anything. Hi. We could. Oh. All right. So I just had to get a briefing for our next flight. We have a bunch of connecting flights that were late, so we're gonna have a 15-minute hold. 15-minute hold for them. And then we were delayed coming in. So who knows what's going to happen. Full bloat. We have 184 passengers booked for San Diego. One of them is a Leo. I told you what a Leo was, right? Yeah. So this flight, it was just nonstop. We had a couple really serious mask rebels. One of them in particular, who apparently had enough being told what to do, and kind of got really mouthy with one of my flight attendants, like, get away from me, stop telling me what, like that kind of aggressive mouth. So there'll be a report written about that. But what else? Oh, so this couple comes on the plane and they have these matching insulated tumblers, which you see often enough. You know, they can fill their tumblers at a water station at the airport. Well, they came on board, nothing out of the ordinary with these little tumblers. They seemed fine. And a gate agent comes on board shortly, I guess almost near the end of boarding, and says that they have alcohol in those tumblers. Now, if you don't already know this, I think it's like a $10,000 fine or something. there's a big fine. You don't want to drink your own alcohol on a plane. Well, there's alcohol apparently in their tumblers, and they lied and told the gate agent when they were boarding that it was water. The gate agent doesn't have time to check, and then they come on board. Well, the waitress at the bar that was near our gate went over to the gate and told the gate agent that those guests had alcohol in their tumblers. Apparently they had like something like a $200 tab at the airport bar, but they didn't tip. So the waitress went over and told on them. Always tip your waitress. So life lesson. So they came on, the gate agent, who happens to be a CRO, a complaint resolution officer, came on board and asked them to their faces, what is in your tumbler? And they said water. They lied twice. And then she's like, well, I know it's not water because the waitress let us know what you have in there. And thank God she is the one that talked to them, because I wouldn't have been able to. And she came up with the tumblers and she dumped them in the sink, and there was certainly alcohol in there. Yeah, so, but they were nice. They were fine. There was no problem. Of course, they have our credit card because they bought some snacks and drinks and stuff. They have our credit card. So, of course, you know, I had to, well, I'm nice to everybody, but when you have our credit card, so few people do, I'm extra nice. Hi. Oh, it's this. Oh, my armor part. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, there's two of them now. Yeah. All right, great. Let's see. I think that's it. That flight. It was just long. It was 2 hours and 55 minutes, non-stop. Non-stop. I haven't taken Advil for a headache in a year, and I got a wicked headache. But that's also because I haven't had anything to eat yet. It is, what time is it here in Vegas? It is 5:53 in the afternoon. I've had a cinnamon roll that my coworker gave me. I have not eaten anything all day. Oh, I lied. I had that fluffernutter sandwich in Kansas City before I left the hotel. So the headache is probably a little fatigue, not having slept well, and this last flight. Oh my. So there we go. That was an update on this last flight. We have a San Diego turn from here. The flight is booked in like an hour and 1 minute or something there, so it should be quick. Drop them off, pick up a whole new crew of people, and then come back home. I'll be home hopefully by about 9:30 tonight. Blah, 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 blah. I haven't stopped talking. All right, so I will see you probably in San Diego. All right, so I survived the Vegas-San Diego leg, the first one, because I can't even talk, because everyone was well behaved, followed the rules, and was fine. So that was easy. Of course, it was only a 51-minute flight. Returning flight is 1 hour and 2 minutes. We have, thank goodness, we have 141 people on board, so that leaves 41 open seats. So it'll be nice just to have some space on the aircraft, that's all. But I finally ate a cup of noodle. Victor gave me a sweet roll, a cinnamon roll that he got this morning for breakfast. That's all I've eaten today, except for some peanut butter and some marshmallow this morning in Kansas City. I am going to be stopping at my favorite haunt, Subway. It's not my favorite, it's just convenient. Because I'm super hungry and I feel a 12-inch meatball coming my way. Hi guys. Oh, see you later. Hey guys, how are you? Jamba Juice was open here in Las Vegas, so I could cram as many calories as possible into my mouth. They gave me a little extra. I guess they made too much, which is very nice. I'm using my stainless steel straw. That last leg, it's a little distracting, isn't it? That last leg was fine. It was 1 hour and 2 minutes. We actually got here about 15 minutes early, which is nice. So No problem, no challenges. It was too short a flight to really have any big problems. We did have one little baby that I think was teething, which explains maybe his crying, because he cried pretty much gustily the entire flight. I mean, he stopped crying, of course, the minute we landed, which is just the way it always happens. But the poor baby, I think he was teething, and he was just crying and crying, and you could hear it, like his throat was hurting because he was crying so hard, which only made him cry harder. So, I walked up to the mom, and I kind of leaned down, and you could kind of see a change in her eyes, like, oh no, here it goes. The flight attendant telling me what to do. And I think she was totally surprised when I was like, oh my God, is there anything I can do? Is there anything I can do? Can I get some ice or something? Because I could see his little teeth coming out of his mouth, his gums. And, I think she was just not expecting a flight attendant to be, patient with her baby crying as much as it was. And the people in front of her, directly in front of her, they were fine, totally nonplussed. I was all prepared to move them in case they were getting upset, because sometimes some people don't understand that babies cry. That's what they do. They eat, they poop, and they cry. But they were great. Passengers were wonderful. No complaints whatsoever. I'm just taking a few minutes to drink some of this smoothie so I can regain, just stay conscious. Then I'll head home in a few minutes, give the cat some treats. I have not seen them for 85 hours. It's been like 85 hours since I've seen them, which just feels like a year. So I'm off for 3 days. Tomorrow, I think, I'm hoping that Rachel can set up some houses to look at. There's two that I'm vaguely interested in. One is really the only option I think I would take right now. So I'm hoping that she at least has a couple properties for us to look at. Otherwise, I'll be very disappointed. But whatever. So I'll take you along with me, obviously, because it's still Vlogmas. I think that's it. So I'm going to end this here unless something wacky happens on the way home. I'm going to take the bus home. As much as I'm tempted to take an Uber, I'm going to save the money and take a bus back to the apartment. So I will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining me today on this crazy, crazy day. And I'll see you later. All right? Fly safe. Bye. Look who just showed up. When I walked in the front door, I happened to see a shadow. It's Diana. All right. Hey, Diana. I got some food. Here you go, honey. All for you. All right, I'll go inside. So, I thought you guys would like to see lovely Diana. Hi, girl. All right, good night. Enjoy your dinner.